My favorite park in town is definitely Boy Scout Park. It's here on the south side of town. It's probably the most active park that we have currently, besides maybe Kids Space Park, but just driving by it, walking by it, it's just alive. You have people out and about. You got a splash pad there now, and one of my favorite hobbies being Frisbee golf. So get to go out there and do that, and tons of shade trees. The sidewalk plans that we have are really marked as 14 miles over 5 years, and really that funding will look like $350,000 from Avitas, the same from the city as a matching grant, so $700,000 per year, and really done through phases. So right now we're in the middle of phase 1, and the scope of phase 1 is taking sidewalks from Harrison to Pasodum on Main Street. That'll be both sides of the road and roughly 5 feet in width. Once that's completed, it'll go from Pasodum all the way to Bryan Street on one side of the road for about 5 feet on those sidewalks as well. They'll then move over to Jefferson School on the south side, Wallace. They'll take Wallace from Broadway to Kickapoo Street and really do sidewalks on both sides of the road. Once again, the focus being on schools and parks. And really the last part of the first phase will be going from Kids Space Park on Center Street, take that all the way north to Independence, and then back over to Sequoia School to connect that school to that park. If there's extra funding available after we've done that work, there's some tentative work to take all the work we've done on Main Street and really improve the sidewalks all the way to Harrison. The sidewalk projects that we have right now are an excellent opportunity for citizens in Shawnee. What we've heard repeatedly is a need for access besides car. You're trying to get from one place to the other and it's 2 miles. It's just not really a possibility for everybody. Not everybody has a vehicle, and not everybody is really in a position to get around town from north to south. So when we talk about sidewalks and the projects that we're doing now, one of our main focuses is to make for happier people, safer people, and by having that as a goal, we really do work on connecting places where people are, where they're active, which are, again, schools, parks, and their neighborhoods. So having the ability within a half mile of where you live to be able to walk is definitely a great attribute to have as a city. It's the Blue Zones that has come in and been a big part of this community for the last 2 or 3 months now, who very much preach the same concepts that we appreciate as the city planning staff, which is the ability to transition from being automobile-centric to being more walkable and allowing more uses such as pedestrian access, bicycle access, along with car access, but making it really paramount to having that focus on walkability. Avitas has helped us put in the Bryan Street multi-use trail, a 10-foot trail from really Highland all the way to MacArthur, connecting to Grove School, and it's 10 feet wide, it's multi-use. We also have a TAP grant, a Transportation Alternative Program through the Oklahoma Department of Transportation. The TAP grant really runs from the sidewalk on the south side that ended at Windermere, just short of Bryan, runs all the way west to Harrison. And the focus on that will likely be on the south side of the road. But really we have Northridge, we have several neighborhoods in that area. We'd love to be able to see kids have the opportunity to walk to school. By the time that's done, we'll have full connectivity from Bryan Street all the way to St. Gregory's University for roughly 3 miles. As city planning staff, we find that sidewalks are important because what they allow in communities is where people live is basically a life radius. So you live in one place, and within whatever that distance may be, let's call it a half mile, you have the ability to get groceries, to find exercise, and really just get around to all the different amenities that you need to live your life. And so having the option to take a bike, take your car, being able to walk those distances is very important. And statistically, it's shown that it adds to happiness having that ability to get outside. We spend so much of our time indoors, going from our house to a closed car and driving to the places that we need to be. But lively, active communities have people walking, have people interacting with the city around them. And so if I had to say one major goal of the city is to have happier people living better lives. And sidewalks definitely add to that.